Aha! Right, we're recording. Guys, I'm very excited. Welcome to the new format of the You Can't Handle the Emet podcast. This podcast is now going to be focused on health, fitness, wellness. It was previously focusing on mental health, well-being, interviewing amazing individuals, just ordinary people doing extraordinary things with their lives. And that show is now called the Nicholas Ingle Experience. And this is going to be the You Can't Handle the Emet show, which is basically a play on words from the movie A Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth. All right, and again, the name was given to us by a good friend of ours, and Emmett Jim's family member, Benji Schulman. Thank you, Benji. So guys, the purpose on this show is to focus on health, wellness, strength, fitness, endurance, just getting you guys optimal, becoming the very best versions of yourself. Mental health is a huge component of that, and we'll deal with in a small way on this show, but much more so on the Nicholas I forgot my own name, Nicholas Ingle Experience. So I want to chat about something interesting. I've got a lot of comments on a post, and I suppose it's a perfect way to kick off the show because it features on really what we're about. Emet means truth, and it's about sharing the truth with you guys and the truth about how I went in 1 week, and actually it was about 5 days, from 111 kilograms to 104.6 kilos. I'm going to share with you how it happened, what I did, and really the truth behind it. So firstly, we've got a lot of people on Facebook going, hey dude, come on, share, tell us, let us know. So this is what it's about. The most important thing, so the biggest change that I made in this last week is I started training martial arts again. I started doing fighting again. If you can see this on video, you can see the bruises here on my arms, here, all of these bruising here, up on the elbow, all of these. So like I'm pretty battered and bruised, and I really took a hammering. So the first change and the main thing that contributed to the drop in weight was a different type of training. When we put the body under different kinds of stress, it has to adapt quickly, and also getting beaten like this and with the body conditioning, my sense is that the body had to build a lot of new tissue very quickly, and it had to pull those calories from somewhere. Calories are essentially our building blocks. They're like Lego pieces. So that's what happened. What I also want to let you guys know is the level of intensity that we're training at from the first session. There's no warm-up. So for those of you who know me, it's 100%, all the way. So there was no easing into it. It was far easier than when I stopped fighting, but the level was very intense. I felt many times during each session that I wanted to throw up because we were pushing so hard. I couldn't breathe. I had to go, take a break and try and catch my breath by the window, come back in and carry on. It was a lot of kicking and punching, and then onto the ground, off the ground, kicking and punching. So a lot of blood shunting. So the training was quite brutal, was very intense, and it was of a very high level. So most people are not comfortable working at that level and that intensity immediately. So that was the first factor that contributed to it. So it was the intensity of the training, the shock to the system of the training, and then also the body's need to suddenly start doing a lot of tissue repair because a lot of things were getting dinged and dented and bruised. That's well and good. But something else that contributed hugely with that weight loss, so it's not one single factor, with that fat loss, was I went from waking up at 3:30 most mornings to 5:30. So I got an extra 2 hours sleep a night. Sleep is the single most important factor in weight loss. Because all of the things that we do during the day, our training, our nutrition, our stressing the body, our loading the body, all of those changes take place when we sleep. And we need a certain amount of sleep to recover. I think it's like 6 hours before your body even starts to release growth hormone. So that extra sleep, when I went from 4, 5, 6 hours sleep to 7, 8, 8.5 hours sleep a night, because I was still trying to get to sleep early, that made a huge difference. So you want to lose that body fat. And again, guys, primary thing, we're not about weight loss. We're not about fat loss. We're about living our lives optimally. But I understand the reality of this world and where people are and what they need, why they need to do this so desperately. So sleep. If you can't get your sleep under control, you want to lose weight, get to sleep early. Get to sleep before 10 o'clock. The quality of your sleep before 12 o'clock is worth double the quality of the sleep afterwards, the benefit to your body, the value. The earlier you sleep, the better. So sleep, number one. The second most important thing is we're all under a lot of stress. We're under a lot of pressure. Our lives have been a little bit chaotic. I had a holiday and I had a chance to relax. Then the training itself is so good. I love it so much that it feeds my soul. It's an hour out of my head every single session. I'm going to tell you guys this. I am scared. I'm sitting with anxiety right now about training tomorrow at 11:30. That's how intense the training is. I'm in the session. It's a fight to stay there, not to quit, not to run. And it is euphoric afterwards. I absolutely love it. I've got a smile on my face, and that smile goes away and I start dreading the next session. But I just know how good it is for me. So it's brought my stress levels right down, my anxiety levels right down. And that's the thing. We are hormonal machines. Our cortisol, that's what packs on that belly fat. That's our stress fat. And it starts to affect all of our other hormones. And, it starts to affect your insulin, your leptin control hormone, which is affecting your insulin, which is where are your calories going, fat storage or to build new tissue. And I'm just trying to think of the name of the book, where really, really good book on hormone optimization. And again, you can also read Dr. William Davis's book, Wheat Belly. He talks a lot about this. This is where I got a lot of this information from. Manage your stress, guys. So that's easy to do. That's probably the hardest thing to do, but find something. So I got 3 hours. That's why I started fighting. 3 hours a week, managing my stress. It's a mini vacation. The 1 hour was more beneficial to me, guys. I mean this seriously, than being in Cape Town for a week, just because I love it so much. I absolutely love it. It's my passion. It's my joy. Call me insane. I love training at that intensity. I love upping it. I love pushing myself and challenging myself. I love feeling like I want to die. That's where I get my joy. And again, that also builds my self-confidence, my self-belief, the ability to move well, to fight. These are very important things to me in terms of keeping myself safe, and the belief that I'm keeping myself safe and that I'm getting stronger. So number 3, you guys know me. So I drink a poop load of water. My dear friend Andrea commented, yep, my 16 liters of water. We get rid of toxins. So I'm getting beaten and all of these cells are dying in my body. They got to get out somehow. So we get rid of toxins and junk in our body 3 ways. We sweat it out, we pee it out, and we poop it out. All 3 of those processes require water. If you not drink, and people say, oh, isn't that so much? I drink between 5 and 10 liters a day. My body's healthy, my liver function, my kidney function, all my tests, they're great. That's what my body likes. That's what my body enjoys. Drink your water. I always say start your morning off 500 mils, half a liter to a liter before your feet hit the ground. Give your body the means to get rid of that toxicity. We don't want you're toxic. You become acidic, and when you're acidic, the body bloats. You have inflammation. You have fluid retention. All of these things. A huge amount of that weight drop, I'm sure, was fluid drop, but. It's set. I can see it on my show. People are commenting that my body shape has changed within a week. So, and it's dramatic enough, it's drastic enough for people to see that. While I'm talking about my body shape, and before I go on to the last two things that come into account, guys, I dropped this weight this quickly because that's my body type. That's how my body reacts. I can gain weight very quickly and I can lose weight very quickly. When I started powerlifting, I was in the 93 kilogram category, I think even 87. Like when I stopped drinking and I got to my leanest, I was below 87 kilos. 5'9", unless it's a dating website, and then I'm 5'10". Just wanted to clarify that. 5'9", I went from 87, 83 even maybe, and then up to 111. I was trying to get to 120 just for a bit of fun. So, but I've been around about 111 kilos for most of lockdown. Again, I was inactive and then shocked the system. Boom, started moving, this very intense training. So my body has to adapt. And it also goes back to its most comfortable normal size. So that's why when people who are heavy, they try to lose weight, the body's going to return to it's what it deems as its natural size. My natural size, my comfortable size for my body is around about 93 kilos. But I can pick up weight and lose weight incredibly quickly. That's my genetics. People will say that's my gift. The thing with that is if your body is not moving that quickly, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. You just don't have my genetics. So there's a huge, if you want to call it luck, component to it, whatever you want to say. I lost the weight that quickly because of my body type. My body, how it is, how it functions. And it's always been like that. I gain muscle quickly and I lose muscle quickly. I gain fat quickly. I could lose fat quickly. That's basically it. Then we come to nutrition, which is the fourth thing. What you eat, what you put in. Food is your building block of your body. So whatever you eat is what your body is going to build with. If you eat great quality building blocks, you get great quality building. If you eat rubbish quality building blocks, you get rubbish building. That's what most people are going to tell you. And that's the common belief. And it's very, very true to a large degree, except for one small thing. Going back to the second point, stress. When you, I've just been nibbling, sorry guys, on a Cadbury's coconut chocolate. Just one, lovely. I might not finish it, I don't know. I don't stress about what I eat. And what I found with myself is but for lunch I had chickpeas and tuna, and for breakfast I had a protein shake, and I've just bought some fruit now. So I eat sort of what I'm hungry, when I'm hungry, and I eat sort of what I enjoy. But I also understand if I'm training hard, I've got to give my body those nutrients and those calories to be safe. But I don't stress about what I eat. A lot of you who know me well know I love cheesecake. No, I love peanut butter. I don't have food in front of me and feel guilty about eating it. I don't deny myself calories. I don't deny myself food and then binge 3 weeks later because I denied myself. When we deny ourselves these things, that's, in my opinion, my experience, the worst thing that we can do. Because what happens is we binge. We break. You cannot live your entire life happily denying yourself the stuff you love and enjoy. By eating cheesecake, I don't crave cheesecake. If I want a chocolate, I have it. If I want a piece of fruit, I have it. If I want a salad, I have it. I don't see a salad as good and a chocolate as bad. And I don't have to force myself to eat salad for 6 months because I had, a Pringles. It's not how it works. And what you have to understand is the physiology behind it, other than your hormones that you put out of whack through stress. You up your cortisol, you grow that belly fat in guys. I think in girls that it goes to the bottom, but a lot of it's belly fat. Your belly fat is your cortisol fat. But what happens is our gut tightens. When you're anxious and you're fearful, you get those knots in your tummy, and that is going to affect how we absorb nutrients when we eat. So we throw our hormones out of whack, we throw our insulin out of whack, our leptin, and through this anxiety, and that is not going to help us lose the fat that we want. So having guilt around what you're eating, even if it's a salad, it can be very counterproductive. When you drop the stress and the anxiety and the fear and the guilt and the shame around what you eat, the weight seems to come off. I mean, that's what happened with me. I stopped worrying about what I ate, and there was I lost weight. It was the craziest thing. That's a big thing to consider, because also, and we can go into this in another show, when you feel guilty around what you eat, I mean, it's a survival thing, food. And food should be joy and happy and peace and fun and awesomeness and ecstasy and love. And there's so much amazing food out there, from incredible salads to incredible cakes. Don't have stress around it. Enjoy it. Love it. Use it as a means to connect. I've spoken about this in depth. So that, I think, for me with my nutrition, is my single greatest nutrition tip is don't have anxiety, stress, guilt, and shame around what you eat. And that's probably going to be the hardest thing to work on. Number 5, exercise. So, the 5th most important thing on the list is what I do for a living. So there we go. I'm just talking myself out of a career here, guys. Exercise is valuable on so many levels. But probably the most important thing is it's the time out of our heads, as I mentioned earlier, that little break, that little de-stress, that little relaxing opportunity, that fun, even that fear and anxiety around it. It's awesome. And that's the thing. Exercise is a wonderful way to build our body, our mind, and our spirit. And when you walk around with confidence and self-belief, and you hold your head up high, not because of how you look, but because what your body can do. From my point of view, for me, vitally important to feel safe in the knowledge that I can protect myself if I have to, in a worst case scenario, protect my loved ones and protect those that are around me. So that is the reason I love the exercise. Exercise gives us mobility. It gives us agility, balance, coordination, stamina, endurance. We can sit up longer. Most days, used to start at 3, up until 2 weeks ago, starting at 3:30 in the morning and finishing at 9:30 at night, and then having to do the admin. That was back-to-back coaching. That's because of exercise and vitality and strength training. So those are the things, guys. But again, I lost that weight that quickly because of my body type. I don't stress about what I eat. I don't panic about what I eat. And then I shocked my body with the training levels that I suddenly dropped it into. And that's why that weight came off so quickly. So I had a comment from a wonderful friend of mine from school, Glenn. He said, he did karate at school and he was fit. Go back to the karate. Join an old farts, class where you're safe to train and you're not going to get injured. What did you love doing in high school? Go back and do that. Find stuff that you love and enjoy to do. Exercise should never be a chore. It's not punishment. It should be something fun and vibey. One of my favorite things is walking. That's why I love going to the coast. I love hanging out at the coast because I can walk for hours and hours and hours. It doesn't get my heart rate up and pumping, but it's good for my soul. If I want to get my heart rate up, I do the fighting. So I had an idea. I'll put a couple of the fighting videos up, some of the movements that we do on this YouTube channel and on our Facebook page and Instagram account, and then you guys can try that in your own time. I've cleared out a whole area of floor space of the gym so I can demo that, and we can have some fun with that as well. So guys, that's how I lost the weight. Number one, my body type, my genetics, who I am, how my body works. Got to remember, I was 111 kilos. That's a big piece of machinery to fuel. So you burn through calories very quickly. Then, I make sure that I was getting that extra sleep, huge factor. Those 2 extra hours a night, massive, massive, massive. Then I was getting in there was the stress management from the fighting, getting in my hydration, making sure I'm hydrated. I'm giving my body the means to get rid of everything that's inside of me that shouldn't be here. And I don't stress about what I eat. I love my training because it's fun. That's what you got to do, guys. So I'll put up a couple of videos. Just give me the course of the weekend, a couple of days to do it. And, like our gym, the Emmett Gym's Facebook page, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So, and also to my personal one, the Nicholas Ingle YouTube channel. So you can see all of our videos coming up. So guys, I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments below what your experiences have been with weight loss. And understand, again, we're not our bodies, guys. We don't weigh our self-worth. We don't weigh our value. I get far more self-worth, and it's actually something I didn't touch on. Far more self-worth being able to get through that class. When Dion says to me, Nico, you did well. Proud of you. That's what I'm after. So it's an hour of hell for that. That's hugely important to me. So guys, again, once those videos up, let us know in the comments here if you've tried them, what your thoughts are. Like our Facebook page for the gym, Emmett Gyms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel where you are now, I would assume, and also to the Nicholas Ingle Experience. Guys, I love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to be putting these shows out on a weekly basis as well. So really have a great week. Stay safe. Love you guys. Ooooooss. And, I hope I make it through tomorrow's session. Bruises on bruises on bruises. Cheers, guys.